I went on. So now I'm not one to go and have a big reaction to YouTube comments. No. I'm not even going there right now. I'm not going to single people out for their comments. I will say, boy, y'all are some short attention span, man. God damn, I ain't never seen something. I don't like saying this to people, but I'm going to say it right now. Can you just wait? You know, there's a whole video that you can watch before you start commenting on shit.
No,
I got something to say now.
That's not the way things are done.
You're at dtmerch.com. There's so many other things that you can do over there and see, such as our new videos that are up on TikTok and up on YouTube. But what I really want you to do is I want you to go and first of all, you can start by looking at that banner in the middle of DT Merch, clicking that. So you can go over to x1entertainment.com/double-toasted so you can get tickets for Double Toasted live in New York City, Brooklyn to be more exact. That's April 1st. And that's going to be a show starting at 8 p.m. at the Roulette Intermedium for a night of comedy, games, and much, much more. You're going to have a great time while you're there. John Wick, we just talked about the box office, killed at the box office and made $75 million. What was it, 75 million?
73.
70,
Made a lot of money.
Couple of million or two. I'll find that in the couch, man. That's fine. $73.5 million is what this movie made this weekend. Incredible weekend that this film had. I think that even surprised a lot of people.
Amen.
You ain't real, hold ya. Y'all feel the wrath of Get it bloody.
Woo, shit. Damn, one would have done it.
Playing the drum with his head. That's funny.
Yeah, man. So congratulations to Mr. Wick, first of all, for a wonderful weekend. Looks like he was having fun. And we gave this movie a pretty positive review. Our review came out a couple of days before the film came out. We talked about how much fun we had with this. Talked about how on the technical side, it's, probably technically, with the fighting and the cinematography and the choreography and the filmmaking itself.
The set design, the lighting.
Yeah, the location shoot, the cinematography, that is a masterpiece level right there. I will say that. But that wasn't good enough for some people out there.
You didn't love it enough.
I went on. So now I'm not one to go and have a big reaction to YouTube comments. No. I'm not even going there right now. I'm not going to single people out for their comments. I will say, boy, y'all are some short attention span, man. God damn, I ain't never seen something. I don't like saying this to people, but I'm going to say it right now. Can you just wait? There's a whole video that you can watch before you start commenting on shit.
No,
I got something to say now.
That's not the way things are done.
Boy, this is, and it's not going to change, but I just kindly ask y'all to just settle your ass down and just wait, please. So people saw us talking and having, and making fun of Keanu Reeves. Talking, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. And saw us having fun. Look, we also are a comedic show too. It's there's very much a humorous slant to everything that we do here. There's even obituaries that we do. We laugh before we try to talk about somebody who died. And I'm talking about people who died tragically. Somehow, some kind of way, we find respectable humor in things. We never hit low. At least try not to. Sometimes we slip. Damn, I didn't mean to do that. Hey, with anything, sometimes you slip.
You bend it down a little bit and then you lose your
It happens.
But we recover.
It happens. But people saw us talking about Keanu Reeves and making fun of his delivery, and people were like, how dare you disrespect Keanu Reeves? I will not stand for this. Shut your bitch ass up.
What you gonna do?
Yeah, you did. I mean, one, if you had listened or watched or done both with the whole review, you would have seen that we gave this movie very high, a very glowing review, very high marks. We gave it a very high matinee. Now, some people might have wanted a full price. We have our reasons for what we gave it, why we gave it that rating. So, be it, different opinions. But I even told people that if you love action, and that's what you're there for, and that's all you're there to see, then that's very much a high full price for you. We did say the movie was, at least I did, I said it was a masterpiece in some areas.
It is.
I said if I was to put this on a numerical scale of 1 to 10, I would have given this an 8. So but a lot of people didn't hear that. They heard us having fun at the beginning. They heard us talk about what we thought was some criticism about it. And some people, you don't even listen. Some of y'all claim to watch what we do and hear what we do, and they talk and somebody said, well, they don't even like the series. I in the review, I said the first John Wick is one of my favorite action movies. I said it was
say it all the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I say I stop life for this movie. Mm-hmm. If my mother has a funeral, I'm not going if John Wick comes on. It's better not come on. Now, this is probably my top 3 of action movies. I love this. But that wasn't good enough for y'all, man. People, I haven't used this word in a long time, but you get triggered. When you hear you're not hearing what you want to hear. You can't wait for the whole review. God damn, there's a scroll button on YouTube. You could actually, if you don't like what we're saying, maybe scroll through to see if we say something different before you say something. Treat it like research. Before I start opening my mouth, let me make sure that I know all the facts here. No, people don't wait for that.
People want instant gratification of just making their statement and there you go. And then even if it's a minute later, go, oh, well, I'm still standing by it.
Yeah. That is very much
Shouldn't have said all those negative things.
True.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Can't you just wait? Now, a lot of you should know that we don't a lot of times reveal what we feel about a movie at the very beginning anyway. Hey, maybe it's going the way you think, maybe it isn't. What we do is we put up we put up what we think is an entertaining clip. That's what I tell the editors to do. Put up an entertaining clip that, make you laugh or get you interested, get you curious, and then watch the review. I would just say, I've seen this with a lot of things, not just our videos. It is, and this is just the nature of the internet. So you know what I'm talking about. I'm just venting right now. But I've seen people just go in videos, and I see people all the time comment to other commenters, did you even watch the whole video? They say that all the time. But this whole thing about Keanu Reeves and making fun of Keanu Reeves, let me look up something here first. That's what got to me, because some people they anticipate a movie so much that they just don't want to hear anything. They don't want to hear any criticism about it, and then you just start worshiping it. You don't want you take it personal. Don't you talk about my movie like, bitch, it's not your movie. You didn't make it. Enjoy it, but don't sit up here and act like it's beyond criticism. You know what I mean?
If you feel that way, knowing what we do, why would you even come to our site or check out our review in the first place?
People love to vent. They love to just hate post. That's the thing.
Yeah,
that's a thing, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
People get off to that. That's what defines their whole lives. A lot of them are just kind of like sad and miserable people.
Oh,
it is true. They just want something to lash out against.
Yep, angry.
And then some people they you see it with sports, you see it in entertainment, you see it with you see when people stand celebrities and whatnot. Don't mess with mine. It ain't yours. It's
Marvel versus DC, the Zack Snyder fans, all that. Yeah.
You can't love both. We still today we still we got suspended. Somebody said, well, there's Snyder haters anyway. So.
That's right, there you go. There it is. I told you. Those Snyder people, you always get in there. I'll give it to you. You're a dedicated bunch.
No, and I tell you, man, I had to laugh at that one.
That's funny.
I wasn't even mad. I was like, man. I tell you, somebody made they just made a crazy comment that made me laugh. It was a dude who was defending the DC universe. And he just went through a list of people that he felt just didn't like DC. And he was in his mind calling them out. He said, you over there, with you, the hell with you. Double toasted, double dick noses. You go to hell.
Dick noses.
He was smart. He was smart. He said, double toasted, double dick noses. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about.
Wow.
I watched that video several times. I didn't even think I told the dude. I was like, man, that's funny. I was like, I'm not even trying to do this thing where I'm trying to show I'm the bigger man. I said, man, whether you like us or not, that's up to you. But that was funny. You gave me a good laugh with double dick noses. I said, oh, damn it. Why didn't I think of that name first?
We could have had a completely different identity, right?
This thing with getting mad about us talking about Keanu Reeves. Listen, we had our reasons. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. The movie was badass and Keanu Reeves is amazing. And I told y'all that as an action star in this, Keanu Reeves, I wouldn't accept anybody else as John Wick right now. I go back and watch the review. I said he is John Wick. I don't care how he acts. But while we're talking about acting, this line reading, I'm sorry, y'all. His line reading was bad. And I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to even directly blame Keanu Reeves. Maybe the direction was bad. I mean, look, he said him. So
then why weren't the other actors bad?
Yeah, that's the thing.
See, some things you can't argue with, y'all.
I mean, okay, I want you to imagine John Wick with not Keanu Reeves, but Adam Driver instead.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, now imagine how much better that would have been.
Yeah, but y'all want to deny this, man. Look, love the movie. And I'm sorry, like I said, people, we're a comedic podcast. Well, why ain't y'all funny?
That's news to me.
You cut off fool to me. I know you.
All right, touche, sir.
Oh, you got me. But I, we're gonna get a laugh, and if something is obvious, we're gonna say it. Now, I'm just gonna put this out there to y'all. Love John Wick all you want to. Love Keanu Reeves all you want to. I love Keanu Reeves, but I for those people who's up to defend him, I dare you to come over here and look me in the face after some of these lines he said. When this man can't even say yeah convincingly, yeah.
Why is everything a question with him?
Yeah,
Everything he says.
everything he was saying in this movie. And I'm gonna tell you something. I've seen Keanu Reeves be good in things. In this movie, his line reading is not one of them. I'm not saying his whole career is bullshit. I'm not saying that. But this man in this movie, every line, I don't know why every line he said was like him taking a shit. Yeah. I'll kill you.
He was constipated.
I mean,
And maybe what we're seeing are the good takes.
yeah, no.
There might be some other ones where you're like,
I told you, we've said yeah 50 times. This is the last.
yeah.
If he can't get this one right, we're done. You're taking it. But I don't know what kind of bricks he was shitting through this whole movie. I'm sorry, y'all. We're gonna call what it is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We all thought that the line reading was bad. And by the way, it had no bearing on the movie. Okay, he didn't talk that much. We still enjoyed it. So what you get mad about? I don't know. But I tell you what, y'all sitting up here defending it because you like it.
That's fine.
Yeah, and that is
Nothing
fine.
wrong with that.
No, you like it, and that's fine. Like the movie, but I'm just gonna call some hypocrisy out on here.
Sure.
Because if we were saying the same thing about Herman Munster and this.
Super genius transplanted into the body of a perfect physical specimen.
By the way, the line readings are much better.
It's true. It's believable.
Yeah.
I can whip you up a humpy down in.
God damn. Huh? Get that man a microphone. Here, give him one of these arms, man.
We got one to spare,
Give
right?
this man a microphone.
We
He
can give it
echoing
to
like
him.
he's in a goddamn chamber.
He needs it more than I do.
Now, I know the movie by most people's standards, most people out there said that this movie doesn't look that good. But you know what? That's all opinion. If you didn't mind us making fun of this. You didn't mind us talking about these actors. You didn't mind us making fun of Rob Zombie. You were all on board on that. Nobody came out and said, how dare you offend Mr. Zombie like this? Nobody came out and did that. But y'all are, see, y'all think y'all are arguing for the sake of art with this. How dare you insult this man's craft? How dare you insult his acting? It's like he wasn't that good in it. And guess what? When the filmmaking wasn't that good in something like The Monsters, we called it out, and y'all didn't have a problem with that because we were doing our job. Criticism. When we criticized this for what it was, for what was blaringly obvious, when it was obvious that this didn't have a microphone back then.
Black heart.
I can whip you up a humpy down in the.
That's obvious.
I can whip you up.
Now, when we were talking about him, and it was obvious. When it was obvious he did not have a microphone, nobody came in and said, "Man, leave that man alone. You can hear him. What's wrong with you?" Y'all didn't have no problem with that at all because we criticized something that was obvious. These line readings in this movie, nothing against, again, Keanu Reeves. We having fun. We were laughing. I don't mean to be a bully or anything. He doesn't give a shit we have to say. But it was obvious that those line readings were not good.
Yeah.
And outside of making fun of it, because that's what we do. We have a fun time here. We were criticizing something that a lot of people see and either will admit or they don't want to say it because they want to love the movie so bad. It has nothing to do with you liking the movie or not. It was something that was obvious.
I would also point out that none of us sat next to each other in the theater. So it wasn't like one of us going like, that reading's really bad, huh? Oh, yeah.
Let's go on the same page with this, right?
Yeah. We all showed up in the studio, and when the mics were on, it was the first time we shared our opinions with each other.
It sure was.
And we all agreed on that line reading and how the consistently terrible line reading.
It was nothing personal, okay?
Yeah.
But and a lot of people mad because, a lot of people are thinking that we don't like the series. Now, Martin is not a big fan of the series. I love 1 and 2, okay? But you lumped us all together and said, well, just because I want to be mad at somebody. All of y'all talk bad about John Wick. None of y'all like it, so y'all were haters anyway. No, we criticize something, and there are times, yes, maybe I don't like this movie as much as the first one, which is another thing that makes people think we don't like this that much.
Jeez. Can't win.
You can't win. And yes, I do like the first one better. But that doesn't mean that I'm right or wrong. What my expectations of what I was looking for in a movie were in the first movie.
You like that, huh? She's not for sale.
Actually, his line reading there was better.
It was.
And I remember looking at the first John Wick and thinking that, man, there were times when, okay, they weren't that good, but there are other times when they're much better. So that's why I'm saying, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
You have good day, sir. Daisy.
So, listen, this movie, and maybe it's the dog person in me, maybe because I'll go John Wick on your ass. You come at the pixie right here. But the thing is that as the movies went on to be more action films, I think for me, and this is just for me, the emotional stakes went down.
Oh, sure.
That's what I loved about the first one. I said, man, it's an action movie, but they killed this man's dog and they insulted his wife and he went crazy on these people. That's how much more emotional can you get than that? And so I thought the emotional stakes in this film were much higher. Now, I do think that there's the other movies are not emotionally void because old friends come in. You see old buddies coming in. Winston, the owner of the Continental, or the manager at least, cares for Jonathan. He cares for John Wick. So they're totally not void of like any kind of emotion at all. But this is the one where it had, for me, the best storytelling motivations in here. Just do me a favor. One, watch the review before you just start getting triggered and start writing things that totally contradict what we say later in the review because you didn't wait that long. And it took me a while to learn this. So I can't really criticize you for this. Also, if you don't like our opinion, if we do something that you don't like, we criticize. We shouldn't be above criticism. I'm only saying just wait and then criticize. But also understand that it took me a long time to learn this. Maybe I could pass this off to you. We all have different opinions.
Yep.
And your opinion, I'm not going to criticize you for that. You might like this better than me. You might like it less than me. That's your opinion. You get what you get out of it. It'd be cool if we could have the same respect in some ways. It's somebody, everybody has to learn at some point. It took me years to learn that, so I can't really get on you about that. But I can tell you, get your straight, and stop with this nonsense. All right, that's it. I don't know. Again, you probably didn't see the comments or anything.
I didn't. I very, very rarely check YouTube comments. For reasons such as this, but any kind of comment forum, you're always going to get people who do this, not necessarily trolls, but they're reactionary. And the whole, that is one thing that people usually within a comment form will correct somebody to say, did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah.
Why are you even saying this? You're baffling us.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's it. And by the way, after thinking about it, I even think I like this movie a little bit more. My criticisms still stand. I mean, just watching clips, I'm like, I can't budge on that right there.
Yeah, there's just certain things that you can't budge on. But I will say that just because of the production, it makes me like this one a little bit more than the first one.
And and this is just me reacting to those few, because somebody in the chat even said most of the comments were positive, and they were. You just get down to some, and the worst ones were pushed down.
Yeah, so that's what often happens.
Yeah, so the worst ones were pushed down. So I'm just, it's just for those. And I just thought this was kind of a funny conversation to have, really, to be honest with you. I just saw that and thought I'd say something. I'm not really mad at anybody. It's just, it's just one of those things where it just, it stood out to me, and I thought I'd just have a good conversation about it. And yes, we still love you, Keanu Reeves. We do.
Despite the fact that you're terrible.
You sound like Keanu Reeves. Despite the fact that
I was doing my impression of him.
no, I'm still a big fan of Keanu Reeves.
He seems to be a good guy, good person. It's just not the best actor in the world.
Yeah, but I love him. I do. I'm still a huge fan. And I'll say that not ironically. I am a huge fan of Keanu Reeves. I love Keanu Reeves.